The fallout from Australia's deliberate attempt to alter the condition of the ball during the third test against South Africa has continued unabated. Steve Smith faces increasing scrutiny as captain after being stood down in Cape Town and banned by the ICC for the final match of the series in Johannesburg. All this while England crashed to an innings defeat in New Zealand. Sportsmail's David Lloyd has given his views on an eventful week for the cricketing world. When the dust settles in South Africa, this will be a golden opportunity for Australia to come up with a new set of values. When an elite Australian sportsman retires, he is usually considered a champion for the rest of his life. How many of this team will be thought of as champions when they pack up? It should be stressed that ball tampering, despite the stigma attached to it, is considered a level 2 offence in cricket. If the game is serious about it, must elevate it to a level 4. You all know what I think the answer should be, don't you? Red and yellow cards, anyone? They are getting nearer and nearer. I still cannot believe that the whole Australian team and coaching setup were comfortable with the plan hatched by Steve Smith and company. They all must have known what was going on. Why didn't someone stand up and say no? Who is the man who is going to lead Australia out of this crisis? I'm not a fan of prime ministers getting involved in sport. Politicians more than anyone should put their own houses in order before they start spouting of. So I didn't like the sight of Malcolm Turnbull having a go with all his minions standing behind him like nodding dogs. Cricket can sort this out without his help. David Malen will have to have a look at his 2 dismissals at Eden Park because they were absolutely identical. He was stuck on the crease, hesitant, neither forward nor back. Contrast that with New Zealand's Henry Nicholls, who was very decisive. I'm not going to bang on about lack of preparations again, but Malen was in the groove in Australia. Now he's out of it. He wasn't the only one, and England's away record is a growing cause for concern. After all that went on here and in Cape Town, we all needed a stiff drink on Sunday night. Trouble was, with a late finish, nowhere was open. Luckily my commentary colleague Simon Jewell had the answer. He mentioned on air I would be singing Sweet Caroline down at Mo's Bar, and Mo heard it and went and opened up especially for us. A good sing-song was had by all. Frank Sinatra, Tom Jones and Engelbert Humperdinck were all on the menu. At 5:12 p.m. on Monday suddenly nothing happened. The England batsmen dusted themselves down and called for a drink. Then Colin de Grandhomme called for a drink. Then New Zealand complained the ball was out of shape. So the umpires changed the ball and then called an official drinks break 5 minutes early. Get on with the game.